Let's look at the different pictorial representation of statistical data. First, we will start with pie diagram. In this diagram, the values of items or components are represented by sectors of circle formed using radii. The sectors resemble the slices of a pie, a bakery product like cake. Hence, it is called as pie diagram. The terms used in pie diagram are sector and central angle. In this figure, O, center of circle. The line segments OA and OB are the radii. The angle AOB is the central angle and the shaded region OAXB in the circle is the sector. Let's see how to construct a pie diagram. In the construction of pie diagram, we use the fact that the total of all values of items or that of components corresponds to 360 degrees. So, the first step in drawing pie diagram is to find the central angle for each item or component using the following formula. Central angle theta is equal to value of the component upon total value of all the components into 360 degrees. The second step is to draw a circle of convenient radius. Then, divide the circle into number of sectors to represent the various items or components. Clearly, there is one sector for each component. Hence, the number of sectors is equal to the number of components. Applying the steps of drawing the pie diagram, let's try to construct on pie diagram. Let's see one illustrative example. The expenditure by a householder or different items in a month whose total salary is rupees 7,200 is given. A householder spends rupees 600 on clothing, rupees 4,000 on food, rupees 1,200 on house rent, rupees 400 on education, and rupees 1,000 on miscellaneous items. Represent the above information using pie diagram. Solution. First, we will prepare table containing item, the value of item, measure of central angle due to the item. The total value of all the components is equal to the total salary, which is equal to 7,200. For each item, we will calculate central angle using the formula central angle theta is equal to value of the component upon total value of all the components into 360 degrees. On calculating, we get the measure of central angle as follows. For clothing, we get 600 upon 7,200 into 360 degrees is equal to 30 degrees. For food, we get 4,000 upon 7,200 into 360 degrees is equal to 200 degrees. For house rent, we get 1,200 upon 7,200 into 360 degrees is equal to 60 degrees. For education, we get 400 upon 7,200 into 360 degrees is equal to 20 degrees. For miscellaneous items, we get 1,000 upon 7,200 into 360 degrees is equal to 50 degrees. Now we shall start constructing pie diagram. Now we draw a circle of convenient radius. Draw a radius OA as shown. Then we draw sectors of respective central angles one by one for each item. Here we draw first sector with central angle of measure 30 degrees For the first item, clothing. Here we use two radii, OA and OB as shown. Next, we draw a central angle for item food. It is of measure 200 degrees. How to draw an angle which is larger than 180 degrees? There may be several methods. We use one simple method. First of all, we mark angle of measure 180 degrees, and then the remaining 20 angle can be drawn adjacent to earlier 180. Thus, we can draw an angle of total measure of 200. Here we use two radii, OB and OC. Remaining sectors can be drawn using the respective angles 60 degrees, 20 degrees, 50 degrees in anti-clockwise or clockwise direction. We will draw anti-clockwise. The names of the components are mentioned in the sector along with the measure of angle. We get the desired pie diagram showing the expenditure of 1 month. Different sectors of the circle can be shaded with different designs or different colors. Let us solve one more example. Example 2. The marks obtained by a student in an examination are given below. The total marks obtained in various subjects are as follows. A student scored 85 marks in Marathi, 85 marks in English, 90 marks in science, 100 marks in mathematics. The total marks obtained is 360. Represent the data using pie diagram. Solution. First of all, we shall compute the central angle for each subject as shown in the table. We get central angle of 85 degrees for Marathi subject, 85 degrees for English subject, 90 degrees for science subject and 100 degrees for mathematics. Let's start the construction of pie diagram. We will draw the central angle of 85 degrees for English and Marathi subjects as shown. Similarly, we will draw central angles of 90 degrees and 100 degrees for science and mathematics respectively. We get the desired pie diagram showing the marks obtained by a student in different subjects.